Hey friends, Greg here at the Pennywise Guys. Today I'm going to go ahead and put a washing system on this ground mount solar system. Let me show you the step-by-step process. Let's get started. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and mark this out for the washing manifold. We're going to do it on the upside here, on the back of the array. And it's about 50 feet long and almost 13 and a half feet wide. And so what you do is you take the width of the system, the 13 foot, I think it's 4 inches, we'll get an accurate measurement here. Then you space your washing heads no more than that distance of the width. So we'll space these, I have it figured out at 5 washing heads, and the approximate space between the heads is roughly around 12 feet. Okay, you don't want to go over that 13-foot 4 because you want a good overlap. Okay, so either equal to the width or a little bit less spacing on the washing heads. So first thing is I'm going to go ahead and mark it out and we'll go from there. After getting the total length, I went ahead and found the center point, and then I brought it in 8 inches from each edge right here. I'll explain that a little bit later why I chose to bring it in instead of going out to the edge. And then I go 2 foot over. I marked it with a whiteout and I put the clamp on there already. I'll show you how those work in a little bit here. And then from that 2 foot over from the first washing head, then I go 4 foot spacing between clamps. So there's a whiteout mark there, another 4 foot, there's a whiteout mark there, and then from that last one 2 foot over, and there's the next washing head right there. Okay, and then just repeat the process down the line. And here is the center point right there, and then of course 2 foot, 4 foot, 4 foot, 4 foot, 2 foot in the end. Of course the washing head right there. Okay, so I go ahead and mark it out with the whiteout and get it all figured out where I want to put the clamps, where I want to put the washing heads, and I've got 5 washing heads, so 1 is right in the middle, and then 2 on either side of the middle point at 12 foot spacing. So we got 12 foot spacing between washing heads, and that's nice because we have a 13 foot 4 inch reach across, and so we'll have over a foot and a half overlap between the heads going side to side, and that'll work out really well. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and continue to put the clamps on. I'll show you how those work, and then we'll start putting up the half-inch PVC pipe. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to mount these brackets. I went ahead and I'm adding this after the fact, so I went ahead and put the 1/4 inch bolt on the back of the bracket facing out. So we'll put the one hole strap right here. Okay, so I already got that on there to make it easier. I just put, I'm gonna go ahead and this has got adjustment here. We're gonna go ahead and slip it onto the flange here and start to get it tightened down. Okay, so we can go ahead and hold it steady and about 10 foot-pounds, and that's all we got on that. It's got a secondary nut here to lock it in and just snug it up nice and tight. If it moves a little bit, you can take your wrench and do that to adjust it, and now that's nice and tight. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put the strap on. Okay, I've got 1/2 inch EMT straps. I flared out a little bit so it fits that pipe really good. Go ahead and get that on there. A nylon nut, 1/4 inch nylon nut here, and take the impact with a 7/16 socket. Okay, there we go. Got it nice and tight. All right, here's a closer view of the clamp. I'll put a link of these on the below for where you can get these clamps. Stainless steel on Amazon, great. And I use the 1.5 inch straps, and I drill out the 2 holes to 1/4 inch. They come with a little over 1/8 inch holes. Drill them out to 1/4 inch and use the EMT strap. And you can see behind there's a 1/4 inch by 1 inch, even 3/4 inch, but by 1 inch bolt and nut.
Okay, and so that's how that's done. And I've got these all, I went ahead and added some zip ties to these braces here to make it sure that it's nice and tight. This is the end that has the cap on it, and we can cut it off and add something down the road if we need to. All right, so it is completed. We're gonna go ahead and put the sprinklers on now, and then we're gonna go ahead and get the EMT straps and all the PVC pipe painted black to match the frame of the panels. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to assemble these sprinkler assemblies. I get the packet of 6-inch cutoff risers. Get it at Lowe's. We're not gonna use the full length. We're gonna cut it off on the first section with a hacksaw blade here. So we'll get that cut just like that. The other part gets thrown away. This is a Orbit shrub sprinkler head, and the body here is what we need. Okay, it came with a 12-foot van. We're not going to use the 12-foot van on that, so we're going to go ahead and just take the van 12 off. We'll be putting on the van 15. Leave the filter in there. This threads onto the cutoff riser, 1/2-inch threads. Just do everything hand tight for right now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and now screw on the 15 van sprinkler head. I get these online or at the wholesaler. You can get them on Amazon. Okay, just finger tight, and we'll get these all adjusted. So that's it, and we'll go ahead and screw them on to the manifold. Now that I've got the sprinkler head assembly done, we're just gonna simply just screw it into the T that has the threaded 1/2-inch threads. And we're just gonna hand tighten it for now because we will make adjustments. And there's the setup there. I went ahead and put a T, put the original faucet for their use around the home, and I got that 1/4 turn ball valve that you definitely need. And you get the volume of water through the ball valve, 1/2-inch diameter orifice compared to 1/4 inch on the regular faucet. So you need that ball valve to get the actual volume of water you need to make it work. All right, we're gonna go ahead and show you how dirty these panels are before we go ahead and start washing them. And get a little closer view here. Just accumulation of dirt for about a month or so. And we're gonna go ahead and just wash it with just straight water. And the customer and I have decided not to put the soap injector on, being this is such a good slope, 40-degree slope, and the expense of the injector, we thought that just water alone would be fine, and we'll see how it works. I got the sprinkler heads all adjusted. It's a little windy today, so we're getting a little bit of overspray, but it's doing pretty well. I went ahead and upgraded to van 18s instead of the van 15s because the van 15s just didn't quite reach the distance. So I moved up to van 18s, and it's doing well. I went ahead and added a few more clamps on the manifold. I should have gone every 3 feet on the clamping instead of 4 feet, but so I went ahead and added a few more clamps here and there because when it goes over the rail and it's forcing it up, and then the clamps force it down, so it has this waviness to it. And in certain places it was pretty wavy, so I added a couple clamps here and there, and it's okay. And I painted 1 coat of black paint, latex black paint, and I'm gonna come back later and do a 2nd coat. And another thing I did, I went ahead and left at 8 inches on each end. The overlap from the sprinkler coming this direction overlaps that pretty decent. And I went ahead and cut off and put a 90 and brought the hose bib down instead of going out because the hose was just routed wrong. So I went ahead and put the elbow up there, you can see that, and then brought the hose bib down, and the hose end is routed a lot nicer down the pole. All right, it's looking great, a little breezy today, but still it's got 100% coverage, and it's washing off pretty nicely, and we'll see the results in a little bit. I think I'll let this run about at least 15 minutes, and then we'll see what it does. All right, here are the results of the panels being washed for about 10-15 minutes. It's not all that long without soap.
I pray that you are blessed and that you know Him who is the author of life.